All right, 5 o'clock on a Friday. Let's do this. Let's hit the books. Part of the Hammer Betting Network, sponsored by none other than FanDuel, alongside the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joey Knish. We have a new producer. Zach Phillips couldn't join us today. More important things to do. It's called the NHL. It's called the Toronto Maple Leafs. We got is it Jason with us?
Jason, baby.
Yeah, Jason's with us. So we appreciate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate Jason, and feel free to, you could talk up a little bit if I said something wrong. But
I got let me start off with a hot take. I like Jason on Circle Back better than Kirk. That's all I'm going to say. Clip that up, Jason. That's what I'm good. I told Pizzol, Doc, we're going to. I said, listen, he fits the show better. I'm sorry.
Wow, compliments already. Rare. Condition, rare form already.
I know.
Wow, I love it. The power of positivity. Before we get into questions, your comments, concerns, obviously we'll recap college football playoff round 1. Wasn't very competitive. We'll have some thoughts there. We'll preview the upcoming bowls and obviously the quarterfinals as far as the playoffs go. Before we get into all that, you guys know the drill. This show is sponsored by FanDuel, and you can make every moment more during the first ever 12-team college football playoffs with a win on FanDuel, America's number one, numero uno sportsbook. Love FanDuel, first to market, whether it's win totals, sides, totals, each and every week, FCS, you name it. FanDuel is basically becoming the one-stop shop if you're a college football fan. And right now, FanDuel's got you covered. Great offers for the quarterfinals. You can get the no-sweat tokens, what we call the PBTs, the profit boost tokens. They didn't give me an updated ad read, so I don't know if it's 30%, 40%, 50% like they were giving for round 1. We'll have more on that as far as Friday is concerned. But if you're using those profit boost tokens, you can use them on spreads, live bets, totals, so much more. What you need to do is visit FanDuel.com/hitthebooks to download America's number one sportsbook. That's FanDuel.com/hitthebooks. Disclaimer, you must be 21 plus and present in select states or 18 plus and present in D.C. Option required. Bonus issued as a non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg/help.com. Knish, long time no talk. Sorry I wasn't great in responding back to you over the last couple of days, but good to see you, man. Good to have my feet on.
I was going to say, quite the traveling man over the last weekend here, and thankfully, you didn't. The plane didn't get hijacked. You were on today.
It was wild. Literally, the guy behind me, the seat behind me. I think his girlfriend broke up with him.
Mid-air?
Great time. Let's do that.
Mid-air?
Right on the plane. Right on the plane, right before Christmas. And then he just had a mental breakdown. I mean, I'm nothing without you. I'll kill everybody.
Was she on the plane with him, or?
Yeah, she's with him. Oh my God. So much. A young girl with an infant. And then he just loses his mind. I'm nothing without you. I'll kill everybody, including the pilots. I don't care. This is a Delta flight. So it wasn't Spirit, like your usual suspect. Delta flight. So I've been flown Delta my whole life. Never anything like this. Flight attendants did a great job. They were on top of it immediately, thank God. And then they took him to the back of the plane, tried to calm him down. I don't know. They asked for a doctor and nurse. I don't know if they tried to get him a sedative. I mean, here's your sedative that I would have said. I would have knocked him out cold so we could have made our flight home to Vegas. But I guess he was still disruptive. We had emergency land in Kansas City. So it was, the police came on. The FBI came on the plane, got him off the plane. Scrawny little fucking guy. Sorry for that, bomb. But, I just had a mental breakdown because from what I had my headphones on, but from what I could hear, it looks like she was breaking up with him. I don't know. She was all right. I know she was shook, the girl, but lots of drama. Happy holidays. So that was my drama. And I was coming off a trip where did Notre Dame, did Ohio State. I drove, I did the driving. I was in the cold for 5-6 hours both days. So if I look like a piece of crap, at least more than I usually do, now you know why.
I was going to say, you're more chipper than I thought you'd be after this weekend. So, yeah, maybe still got the adrenaline flowing in the veins after that one. So,
did I start off the show saying it's Friday?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
It's probably still Friday somewhere after that.
Okay,
weekend.
there you go. There's the first mistake. There'll be plenty today. So, yeah, if I said Friday, it's Monday, obviously. I don't know what day it is. But it is the Christmas Eve. Happy holidays to each and every one of you.
Absolutely.
Let's get into questions and comments. Let's talk, obviously, playoffs.
I was going to, give us what you think of the atmospheres in South Bend and Columbus.
Oh, wow. I didn't want to. I mean, it's more your show than mine, but I didn't want to have a long talking enough. But yeah, Notre Dame lived up to expectation. I've been to 50+ Notre Dame games, by far the best atmosphere. Todd and Payne, who were with me, asked me, "Hey, does this Notre Dame crowd, stand the whole game?" I'm like, "Not a chance." They pretty much stood the whole game. I mean, they usually sit down within 2 minutes after the first, the penalty that they'll sit down. But great atmosphere. It was cold. Obviously, I thought Notre Dame controlled the game. Obviously, a lot of Indiana fans, not as many as I thought. Notre Dame fans were loud, so that was great. Ohio State game. Unique atmosphere, almost like a bowl atmosphere. There wasn't 40,000 Tennessee fans, but there was 25 or 30,000, I would say. We were on the Tennessee side, had unbelievable seats for that one. 40-yard line, second row, unbelievable. I mean, right there. I mean, you could see the sweat off of. Well, I mean, you could see how cold Tennessee was. So I tell you, you get a sense that Tennessee was in trouble watching warm-ups that close. They look cold. I know they tried to act tough guy. You could tell it was impacting them. Great atmosphere there. Game was a blowout from the start. I mean, if Ohio State plays like that, they're the best team in the country. Can you count on them to play like that? That's the question moving forward. But 2 good games.
Yep.
Did some traveling. It was nice to be back in your neck of the woods. Boy, I got to tell you, typical. I mean, overcast, 35 degrees, flurries. Yeah. I mean, you know how it is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 4 months in the Midwest.
yeah.
Great Lakes.
I was gonna say when you're not hardened to it, it can really hit you if you've been in the sunshine for a while.
What's your take on everything?
You know what? I'm trying to be a glass house. This is Joe # Joey Positive. I'm trying. Obviously, were the games great? No. Had some, good results, I think, from, but financially. So maybe that's propping me up a little bit in terms of those games. But yeah, I think they need to reseed, and that kind of solves some problems. I think the on campus was cool. I think they should probably do another round of on campus as opposed to, go in a neutral site. A couple of things that stuck out. I hated the way Cignetti managed that game.
Oh my God!
And Indiana's game plan and the way they played, and it was the most play not to lose type of.
All talk before the game. What a
and listen, it's like the best season in Indiana, whatever football history. I know that, but that's a sour note to leave on because it felt like it felt like the Ohio State game where it's like, oh, if we lose by 20, that's good enough. So.
Well, I lost by 10, couple of late touchdowns.
Yeah.
That was I didn't see him. I was already heading towards the car. So you can blame me on that. It was 27-3 when I was in the stadium. But what about the other games? Obviously, moment probably too big specifically for the quarterback, SMU's quarterback.
Jennings, and you know what? A few mistakes. That game maybe is a little different if he does it. Once it was, a couple – SMU had their swing and then the pick six, and it's like, that was over from there. I thought, and I'll give him credit, I thought Clemson was going to get, in the first quarter, was going to get totally run out, and I thought Klubnik played well. I thought they played they were so outmanned in terms of like the teams on the field. And I don't think Texas played poorly at all. I thought they did well to honestly stick in that game, and they had the 4th and 1 there at the end. If they get in, maybe they can do something. So that was probably of the losses, what I thought was the best effort, best game, that Clemson Texas game.
No question.
The Tennessee play, and I know, listen, would they have won the game? No. If they get that sack on 3rd down on that first drive and Ohio State's got a punt and everybody in the stadium's like, oh no. And then to get the face mask and they insta score and the route was on from there.
I'm glad you brought that up. Would have been, that crowd would have been very pro Tennessee if that would have happened. So that'd have been interesting.
Yeah, it's like,
Interesting.
man, they got those 2 early scores and it was boom, like we're feeling good, like whoever was out front. So I thought that was a big play early in terms of the way that game I thought played out. But yeah, I will again. Here's what I and I put this on Twitter, like, would you have rather seen Tennessee Ohio State in a meaningless Sugar Bowl or something? Like, is that better than I know we didn't get.
It's better what we have. Everybody's bitching. I don't get it. Number one, this is what y'all wanted, 12 teams. And blowouts. That's what the playoffs have been. It's the same scoring margins what we've had for the last 10 years on average. So I don't get it. I mean, it's just you know what it is. It's Johnny come latelys that aren't watching football and don't live it. I mean, I wasn't overly surprised, were you?
No, I mean, there was a guy. It was like parlayed all the money line chalk as like the squarest bet I've made all year.
We're talking the teasers. I didn't see the dogs. I mean, I bet a stupid number that Indiana was on open, but on the opens I bet 3 of the 4 games. I bet the favorite. So I was expecting, and I would have liked I had somebody talk me off of Notre Dame. I'm still pissed because I was talking myself, especially at 6.5 on Friday leading up to the game. I'm like, I think Notre Dame is a play here, not Indiana, but whatever. I don't have blowouts. I mean, you'd like close games, but whatever. As a fan, what do you think of Herbie? Winning doesn't matter. Wins don't matter. I mean, let's just not play the games. Let's just go. 247's got the recruiting rankings up. Let's just go off of that.
I know.
That's the 12 best teams right there.
I hate the power rankings takes. I hate the recruiting rankings takes. It's like you got people. You can't have it both ways. You can't have the regular season mean something and then be like, oh no, let's just put the good teams in, even though some of them play. So yeah, I didn't. He was.
What is with him? He's like,
I don't know. He had that rant about the
first take and all that, and the Ohio State fans. He's going off the ledge. I don't know. I mean, I feel sorry for him. He lost his best friend, but. My goodness. Not a good look for him. What was that else? I'll say that just see the teams. That would help. You would have been surprised if they just would have. I'm okay with Boise State getting in there. Do they need to be the 3 seed? No. Arizona State, I'm okay with getting them in there. Do they need to be the 4 seed? No. Just see the teams as they were. We would have had better matchups in round 1, at least more competitive, in my opinion. And look, Alabama and Ole Miss, we're going to get the benefit of the doubt if they had 2 losses compared to a 1-loss Indiana. Yeah. But when they lose that third loss, and when you're double-digit favorite in both games and didn't look the part, it's the second to last week of the season, you're going to get punished. It has to matter. 3 losses is greater than 1. 2, you would have gotten you're better. We'll put you in. Just the takes. All right, let's get to the stars. Enough of me bitching. Trevor Troiner was in the chat early. He's talking about the Fighting Irish. Is Notre Dame a must play if we catch 3? Also, thoughts on Syracuse alternates. I like that thought process. Malachi Fields of Notre Dame is also official, arguably the best wide receiver we've had. Whoa, he's going with the we as in ND. We've had in 4 or 5 years, excluding Michael Mayer, the tight end. I don't like Notre Dame. I don't like the injury to Mills. I know everyone's going to say George is the play. I think George's strengths with Stockton running is going to play into Notre Dame's weakness right now. Notre Dame is an undersized defensive line, even more so now with the 300-pound Mills out of the lineup, one of their best defensive tackles. I think the way you go at Notre Dame, run right at them, play action, that's what Stockton can do. So I like Georgia. Malachi Fields is a good pickup. So Syracuse alts, I'm all for. I think that could be total blowout like today. Kudos to, I forgot to mention, Met Tent in Cincinnati. Got to meet up with the tailgate.
Oh, yeah. I heard you guy. He texted me. He said he was meeting up with you because he was home for the holidays.
So we met up with him. He had let's give him kudos today. Great play on UTSA.
Yeah.
Probably something similar with Syracuse. It's not going to matter. They'll kill him. Where are you at? I know you're going to say Notre Dame is the play, right?
Well, I think
under's the real play.
UTSA, obviously, nice here. It looks like there's actually, I didn't bury Northern Illinois is in the red zone here against Fresno State. I'm not going to lie. I haven't took in a ton of the football today. It wasn't super juiced up about either of these games agree. On the slate today. I'm not. Listen, I don't think we'll see it. I don't see any way we see a 3 on a Notre Dame. I hear you in terms of the Georgia physicality. Can they get up and run? I really Man, maybe I'm overreacting to it because I know Carson Beck was not playing well and he was turning the football over.
Yeah.
And you're getting, Kirby. I tell you, these bye weeks, especially in that type of game, might mean a little bit significantly more than what's being priced in at the moment. So
you're talking the bye weeks, the extra rest?
Yeah.
I agree.
So that late season bye, when you've had a bunch of these teams playing week after week after week, especially a Georgia that played in the SEC title game in that.
Their offensive line will be healthier, in my opinion.
Yeah. So
I hear you. I mean, Notre Dame was fully healthy. I'd bet Notre Dame, but they're just not. It's almost they had one of the starting offensive linemen got banged up in the game. We'll see if Spindler plays. I just not good, not ideal. I just think Georgia. You're getting Georgia's A effort. Georgia A versus Georgia's C effort is totally two different teams.
Nope, that's fair. Are you a little surprised at this Ohio State move out to? I mean, there's some.
I'm surprised it's going to 3.
I'm in on 3. If it is,
I'm in on Oregon at 3. You also know Tout Service just gave out the over. What do you think of that?
I can't argue it. I know it was kind of on the radar. But
I think it's going to 55.
Yeah, I agree. I think I don't have any issue with the total play. I am surprised just based, and I know it's revenge spot. Ohio State looked great. Did they figure it? I think Tennessee got caught a little bit with the game plan that Chip Kelly, he hadn't done that. They're using some tempo. They're throwing it around. Great, nice chess move there. You're not going to be surprised with that. And the Oregon body of work and the week off and now getting to see, if I'm Ohio State, I would have wanted to play Oregon that game and have the element of surprise and the different game plan and the passing. Now you've put it on tape and all of that there, and now Oregon gets to see it. I don't know. I agree. Tournament. Chip Kelly redeemed. I'm not going to say totally redeemed himself because that Michigan game plan is going to go down in the history books as maybe the worst game plan in the history of college football. He did have a significantly better plan that ready for Tennessee that was very effective.
I think that plans work. You don't have to worry about weather. They'll be throwing it again. But I'll tell you, I was right there basically on the field. I know it was dominant. There was still some stuff to be had on Ohio State's defense. I'm just saying. I know Nico was running around. Reality is if Dylan Gabriel's running around a little bit, he's throwing it. He's looking to throw downfield. So Tennessee was just compromised. Sampson was banged up. The wide receivers were banged up. I think Tennessee's secondary overrated. It was a weakness that never got exposed this season. So kudos for the Buckeyes for taking advantage. I just think Oregon, seeing that, I think that they should have they have the game plan. What is Ohio State gonna? What are they gonna zig off of that? They're not. They're just gonna.
You can't. Yeah,
so,
I think if Chip goes back to the run game, it probably carried out of town. So.
Yeah. All right. Good take by you, as always. Charles BP. I heard some guys on the flight home were watching Joey K swimming bets sitting near you. I don't know what was going on there. What's all that about? At least you got to watch some high quality foot. High quality. I mean, it was high. I'll say that it was high quality atmospheres.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And that's why I went. I just wanted to see it. Again, 50+ Notre Dame games, by far the best atmosphere I've ever seen. That crowd everybody was in their seat half hour before kickoff. You would have thought that the game kicked off at 7:30. It probably did. I don't know. That was a rowdy crowd. John in the chat, you kind of play at 3 or better. Oh, this is the head-to-head you and me.
This is the head-to-head.
Yeah. Did we put this head-to-head already?
I don't think we exactly. Jason, do you?
I want to say, Zach, pull it up. No, Jason, pull it up.
They might not. If you don't got the sheet, it's all right.
Okay.
Because this is, I know, and I saw my guy, Mr. Muscles, gave out.
Your guy.
Yeah.
He likes.
Didn't.
This
really
is gonna be a battle.
Much,
you want to go in at 3 head-to-head? I don't know. If we're already in, we're in. I'm okay at 3.
Yeah. Well, if it's not in, we'll put it on the sheet.
Okay. Head-to-head, you and me. I like Connecticut. You like North Carolina. Should be fun. What I really like in the game is the under. Gave that out on another show that I do. So I'll have to check weather. I'm a little behind. So I just if I sound a little rattled, I'm a little behind. When you're away from the computer screen for a few days, So how do I do that? Well, it looks like the old BP's working Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. No days off. Matt, happy Monday, gents. Mills lost huge for Notre Dame long term, right? Yeah, he's out for the playoffs. That's huge. Huge. They can't lose anymore. Also, can Boise move it against Penn State D-line, which was nasty Saturday, under the total? Yeah, I lean under the total in Penn State. I don't want to lay it. I don't think Penn – look, they're winning. They have an awesome path. They couldn't make the national championship game. I'm still not buying Penn State. I mean, if Jennings hits runs for the first down on 4th and 1 or hits the wide open tight end, that you talk about one play being different, that's a different game probably.
I
bet a little. This one?
Yeah, I bet a little 9.5 once it got under 10 because I thought the number would get up because there was some 9.5s on open that got bet down.
Really, I missed that.
Yeah, you missed a little. Yeah, that's what you get for trotting around the country there. Yeah, there was some 9.5 there. I did have some guys that were interested in 11.5 on Boise.
Yeah.
So at 10.5, I will say. I think this probably only go if you're looking for a market. I don't think this goes back to 10 or lower. I think if anything, it trickles up.
I do see that. It was 9.5. Damn you. Good job. Pays to have BP away. Maybe that's what'll happen to me someday. I'll just have somebody take me out and you get those more opportunities. Guy asks, hey guys, still like Buffalo -2 and the under 51. Yeah, I think so.
I still like.
You know what? I don't know if you could do this, Jason, but can you pull up our best bets? Let's just recap because we haven't talked in a while. And if you want to pull up our best bets on, if you can do that on BetStamp, what we've given out on the show. There you go. Look at that. I'll tell you what, you're right. Jason's good, real good. So we got Rutgers +7.5. We're getting some CLV there now because that's down to 6.5. Under, that was you. Great play there. Miami is going to be touch and go, buddy. I'm just letting you know. Missouri's good, under 65, and then there we go with Buffalo, which we did give. Now I remember Buffalo. Yeah, we're still good there on Buffalo. Side and total. Yep, good guy. Ole Miss going to crush Duke. Also lean under 52. I mean, on paper they should, but I mean, is Lane Kiffin a serious coach? What is he doing on Saturday night?
Yeah, after the Tennessee game started, he apparently went to bed after he was trolling. Yeah. I would lean that way. It's the type of game that Ole Miss, because it seems like they don't seem to have a ton of guys, at least to my knowledge, yet sitting out as of yet. Duke, obviously Murphy leaves. And it should be Ole Miss is a type, especially in a bowl game. That's like the Lane Kiffin special. We're going to run it up and, let's get everybody a score and everything. So all I would say is similar to the Wazoo-Syracuse game. The numbers gotten up so big now that hard to, but I don't know. There's just no buy. It's like some of these games I'm looking for a buy price. To me, there's no buy back.
Yeah,
price.
There's not on
It's just, leave it alone if you haven't gotten in on any Ole Miss yet.
Brent Gibson with a $9.99 super chat. We appreciate you, Brent. USF +3 or under 63.5. Hard for me to price in. No Nick Nash. Any word on Byron Brown? Have a good holiday, fellas. I've been asked by a few people. One I'm looking at right now about Byron Brown.
So, because I had chirping been practicing for. I don't know if. Here's the thing. Here's. Well, this. I think he's healthy enough to play.
Yeah.
I don't think he will at least start. And my guess would be he'd be like maybe get some reps late or something, unless you have better
I know I think they're all looking for me for the info.
I will get you.
I had the info on the
when you had the broken foot.
I didn't have any insight other than me reading tea leaves. And remember, I watched him and he was in a cast the game before, walking boot at the end of the game. I don't think everyone forgot. And also remember, I was on Memphis in that game because the hurricane was coming through and South Florida wasn't going to practice. So it was like a double whammy there. That was pretty much game of the year material for me. And I know Thamel said he was going to play. It was just, no, he's not. Then somebody already thought that I maybe had the info and they just said, nah, he's got a broken foot. He's out. Eat that. We talked about Oregon. If it gets to +3, we're in there. Kevin.
I like South Florida still either way, even if
you want to go +3? Best bet? We got to have some Christmas Eve action.
I was going to, there's
our friends.
I think
if you can, Jason, I think there's enough threes out there.
Yeah, I would. I think they win. To me, no Nick Nash is in terms of players that have the most value, skill players to their team. He would be.
There's enough. There's a lot of threes. So let's go ahead and lock it in. South Florida +3. Yep. Best bet. Boom.
I think they win. I could see them winning handily as well.
Love it. Best bet. Love it. Kevin also in the chat. How high is too high for the Sun Devils? What is it, 14? That sounds about right. I haven't dived into that enough. Did you bet that one? You're going to tell me, there was a 9.5 out there unopened.
No, that one, I don't know. There was no cheap Texas prices after that one. I don't know. I it's hard for me to really want to get in front. I think the gap here is
substantial.
It's
even wider pass for me, especially at our number at our friends at FanDuel at 13.5. I know it's extra juice, but that's the lean for me is Texas.
It would be the lean for me too. I think
we'll talk more about that one. Maybe derivative. I'll look at once the team total market becomes a little more liquid. I might be involved in something like that on that one. Charles in the chat, and I'm getting to the subscriber questions first. Charles can't get over Moretto having a show scheduled during the Meineke Car Care Bowl and the FTX Rug Pull Bowl. Funniest thing hearing BP read the schedule the other day. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That people did like that. And speaking of the schedule, let's get back to it. The schedule that they put in front of us. I guess it's a go. Did you rubber stamp it?
I think I would say most of it's a go.
All right. So most of this is a go. So speaking of Friday show, I have to get it because I forgot. We're going to go at 11 a.m. On Friday, lead into the full Friday slate. Are you okay with that? And we're just going to do this on the fly. Are you okay with that?
Yeah. Yep. Good for Friday.
What about Saturday? This all-important Boston College, Nebraska halftime.
Yeah, I was getting
extravaganza.
There
are. I think
we
need to do a Saturday show. And there are 8 bowl games. It's the most bowl games on any single day since 1994.
I would say I don't know if we have to do we can talk about when we want. I don't know. I guess we could.
Yeah, we don't have to do a specific halftime. Let's we'll announce on Friday that we'll do a certain time. How's that?
Yeah, we'll do a Saturday show though for sure.
Yeah, we'll do a Saturday show. Monday's back to normal. Yeah, we're doing a Tuesday show. Bama, Michigan halftime. You good with that?
I should be. Yep.
All right, that's on New Year's Eve. Also, so I mean they're just working us like dogs here. It's unbelievable.
That. Boy, did you get any Bama? That's going to be.
Oh, that's a huge regret. There was 9.5 flash for a little bit, but I was greedy. It should have just laid 10. Are you kidding me with that?
Me too. Someone absolutely.
So the 3-letter word service gave that out. Totally agree with that play. Great play, Bama. Let's get closer to the game. I do think a couple guys for Bama opt out. You just want to give it out now. 12.5. No.
Let's see. Because I think everybody that's not playing for Michigan's already.
Yeah, I think the only thing that could like Bama and love the 3-letter service, but they haven't.
Do you still?
Yeah, probably not. I'm just trying to be nice. I mean, it's the holidays. Can't I be nice?
Yeah. They're all right.
They haven't necessarily timed all the info great this bowl season. I think they would say that too. There's been a couple. So we'll talk Bama, Michigan as we get closer. Thursday, January 2nd. I don't know. Then January 6th, January 9th, January 10th, January 13th, January 20th. So if you don't like us, I got some bad news. You're gonna see a lot of hit the books in the next couple of weeks. Brent Gibson, he's right back at it. He said, "Man, $9.99 wasn't enough. Let's go another $9.99." Or no, he already did that. My bad. What am I reading? Jesus, this guy will read anything. You put something on the prompter, he'll read it. Thank you, Brent, again for the $9.99 super chat. We already read that. Dynasty things. I'm taking Notre Dame in the points. You're gonna lose.
I'd wait too before you.
Yeah, wait. There's gonna be more.
I think there'll be some.
I
Serious
think a 3
money.
does show. It won't last long, but I think there will be a 3. Trip, entire world will have a Texas Penn State money line. Yeah, after what happened the first round, completely agree. Charles Herbie's been a complete clown for a while. Totally agree with that. He has been. I started calling it 5 years ago. Guy's fake too. A fake ass. I mean, he's fake. I don't know him personally, but people that I've known, fake. This whole dog and pony show literally is a dog and pony show. Charles in the chat. Herbie a complete sellout. Moretto, yeah. Making us do this. We're missing. What happened? What's going on in the bowl game? I barely watched it.
Did Fresno just Northern Illinois missed a 35-yarder? Did Fresno just miss a field goal to go to OT? Or are they lining up for one? It still says 13-13 on the score.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
So it's either going to overtime or Fresno. Oh no, Fresno must be about to kick for the win.
Yeah, to win the game. I didn't have much on that one. You know what I should have bet? Under. Everybody's opting out left and right. Just bet the under.
I was like 39.5, and I was like,
I know.
I did see some Fresno money hit this morning, though.
Yeah, it did. That's going to end up being right. John Hudson in the chat. Need to watch along for the last 5 minutes in Boise. Zach, it's must-see TV.
Well, thank God we didn't do any watch-alongs for the first round because it would have been,
been terrible.
They've
been cool to do on live from one of the games. I was cold though. I'm gonna tell you, I don't even have much pictures. Why? It was freezing to have like my gloves. I was shaking and stuff. It was cold. Trip jumped on under 44.5 Notre Dame, Georgia. Agree with that. I think I know it doesn't leave much room in a college game. You need. I don't know how you can't bet an over in that game. It's gonna be a rock fight. RW fan, they need to bring back the Motor City Bowl game. Game above sports doesn't really have a nice ring to it. Agree.
That really does not have a nice ring to it. Who's the sponsor in that? I don't even know the game.
It was Quick Lane forever.
The sports. He really missed it? OT. Boy, if you're sitting on an under ticket, you're.
He missed it.
John says he missed it.
So there was. What did that screen say? 8-1 Northern Illinois.
Yeah, you could.
Didn't it?
Yeah, now it's big.
Wow, that's nuts. I did not know that. I thought they just locked that stuff completely up. Don't they usually? At least the books out here do.
Well, yes, and if FanDuel was trading on the missed field goal, apparently, I think he just missed one last drive too.
Wow. Look at our friends at FanDuel. Wow, if you took a chance, it was Northern Illinois 8-1 just 10 seconds ago. Thamel has him playing versus UAB. That's funny. Yeah, Trip make sure you're hitting the like button. If you're watching, hit it, like and subscribe to the show. Player props. I'm sure we'll talk more about that as we get closer to the weekend.
Yeah.
But speaking of player props, I got to get this in, because I can't forget about our friends at BetStamp. And if you're looking to beat the college football and basketball player prop market, it's time to try BetStamp Pro. The odds screen our friends at BetStamp have created to highlight market-based edges across any prop type. Essential for top-down bettors, BetStamp has developed a highly efficient and reliable market-based true line that incorporates unique market-specific adjustments powered by real-time data from over 50 sportsbooks. Plus, BetStamp Pro features a user-friendly layout that allows you to view line history for any prop with ease. You need to visit betstamp.com/HTB. That's betstamp.com/HTB to hit the book's exclusive trial pricing and a free demo. A limited number of spots are available, so act quickly. Did you do a lot of player props? I lost Mitchell Evans. Terrible. I did get some on that, so I'm retired. I won't be giving out. I like ETN over rush yards for Georgia against Notre Dame. ETN over rush yards.
What are you on? Are we locking it up? Or are you waiting on?
I don't even think is that up.
No, not it.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah,
that's what we'll be looking at on for that. Talk more on that Friday. Let's get back to the chat. Guy S. Ole Miss under 52. Don't know if Duke can score much.
I don't know about taking a Ole Miss bowl game under. Again, a little bit of, I agree with you that I don't know how much Duke will be able to put in on offense, but could I see Ole Miss dropping, in the 40s here? Yeah.
Egg in the chat commented last week, expected it to be super chalky round one. It was more of the same in the quarterfinal. As of now, I think 3 favorites win, the one dog being the Irish. Wow, I'm on an island on the Irish. I don't know. That's a big loss. Brendan in the chat played Penn State, Texas, Georgia, Notre Dame under. Thoughts? I don't disagree. They're all good. You had the same?
Disagree either. No, I mean,
you got some winners there. Wow, under 46.5. Jesus, that was available. My goodness. Missed the boat. David Deal, Alabama first half -6.5. Thoughts? Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I'd lean that way too.
Joshua, you could do the best game watch along on the Hammer today. Guy S, Penn State lean under. Yeah, we talked about that. USF tomorrow at 3. You know that, Egg. I'm getting Minnesota -6. I did bet Minnesota. I haven't gotten into that one because what's that, a January 2nd game? But
yeah,
that's the only way to go there, I think.
Minnesota a long while ago. I don't know if I'd still be there at 6. It'd be a little
bit great in the bowls, isn't he? Got like 5 or 6 in a row.
Yes, he is. I'd probably still lean that way, but we need a little bit more player information on both sides in that one now that the numbers steamed out.
Ohio State losing. This is from Paul. Ohio State losing to Michigan was the best gift ever. Home field advantage definitely had more value than Vegas added to point spread. Well, I think it was a combination of. I think it was a perfect scenario. You had better teams playing at home. A couple teams that just out of their element, both weather and atmosphere. I mean, Indiana's the biggest game in their history. SMU, biggest game in their history. Tennessee playing in one of their coldest games ever. So it's a perfect scenario, I thought, for the home teams. Hindsight's always 2020.
Yeah.
Tommy, Boise State, bringing the Fiesta Bowl magic next Tuesday. Boise, money line, lock. Come back to this comment and thank me when they win. I do think Penn State's overrated, but they got a hell of a draw.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the team to do it.
No.
This is the matchup. I'd really feel better if this game was at Boise. One of those where you have it, and I think it really should be, but I'd
like to see home games this round too.
Yeah,
that'd be so much more fun. Yeah, they could really fix this quickly.
Right. It should be
see
done.
The teams accordingly. Everybody's okay. Nobody. I mean, I think for the most part, I'm okay with Boise getting in. Just I'm not okay with them getting the 3 seed. I'm okay with Arizona State getting in. Don't want them as the 4 seed. Let's just see the teams accordingly. Home rounds in the first 2 rounds. Let's go. Then I think we got a system. We got something that we can work with. Tournament bracket. My vows look great. So proud of my boys showing up. At least the Tennessee fans showed up. But man, you want to talk about total trash. Man, them fan bases. My God. And don't take my word for it. Even I was with Todd Fern. He's like, wow, this is a different crowd from the night before. You ain't a kidding. Class trash. No, there's some really bad Notre Dame fans too, but it was pretty rowdy at that. I mean, I thought there was going to be multiple fights breaking out. It was time to go. Ohio State, if you're into the pro atmosphere, that's an Ohio State atmosphere. I'm just saying. Tournament bracket won't play like that again in Pasadena away from the shoot. Yeah, I'm on Oregon here. I think we wait. I think we're going to see a 3. There's some people on the
juice 2.5s out there.
Yeah. When you say reseed, yeah, I think you mean reseed after the round. I just want them to seed them accordingly at the start of the damn thing.
Yeah,
like I could. Number one team is no. I mean, that's all I want.
I could go either way, but I agree. If you just do like an FCS style 1 to 12 with proper rankings, that's much better than what we have now.
Reseed, I mean, like the NFL. Doesn't the NFL reseed?
Do they?
Don't they?
I thought one of the
I thought the NFL reseeds, don't they? Like, I mean,
it
if
was
the
just the
lowest, like if there's an upset, I mean, that's who they chat. Correct me if I'm wrong. Again, I'm not dealing with any. Yeah, they do. See, I mean,
There you go.
yeah. Connor's saying no, they reseed. It's the lowest seed plays the highest seed in the NFL.
Fresno scored. Oh boy, Fresno scored a TD on the opening possession.
Oh wow!
So
So now we could have over. So it's over, or I mean,
no, Northern Illinois got the ball now.
So if they scored a touchdown over,
yeah,
that's tough. I didn't have anything really on the game. Did you play back and forth?
I had no bet on this game. I leaned Northern Illinois and the under. Didn't fire on either.
Fez laid the 3. He was chirping a little bit. I don't know why. Tournament bracket subscribe. We thank you for that. Any final decision on Pitt? I'm glad we're getting to this, Richard. Have a great holiday. Right back at you. Thanks for all you do. What's going on with Pitt? We got two different we got conflicting reports here. Your boy, who I just met on Sunday, he likes old Pitt. Hail Pitt. Where you at?
Do we know officially playing quarterback?
I think he might have an inkling. That's why I gave it out.
Yeah,
so when I saw that, old Temp might have some inside info.
Yeah, I think
so
too.
So I gotta be honest, I don't like either. I want to play against both teams.
I assuming that you're getting a functional quarterback for Pitt, I would agree with the 6.5.
Yeah, I agree.
Because Toledo. This year's Toledo.
You don't know what you're getting with Jason Candle, though. This is the type of game that I get scared. But I'm passing. Tent's been good with his couple. He's had 2 runaway winners so far in bowl season, so he might be on top of things here more than me. Joey K. Oh no, hold on. I'm looking. Sorry. I see a lot. The chat's responding to live game, which I'm not watching. Notre Dame is a teaser. Kevin Corona in the chat. Where you at on that? What are you pointing at? What are you putting it to, though?
I mean, I don't hate it especially. Same thing. I would wait a little bit on at least get the 2.5 to, you probably snatch an 8.5 if it goes to 2.5. So, I don't hate it as a leg, but again, I would wait a little bit.
Yeah.
College teasers, if you can cross them with the NFL too. I know some books will let you do just
all right,
mix it with an NFL side, a Wong NFL side.
I got one Christmas Day. If the health report's okay, I kind of think the Steelers beat the Chiefs.
I don't mind that at all. Because I think I saw Pickens is in to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. So I'm just looking teasers, but I think you're able to get some 3s out there. 3 -120, -1, or maybe even -115. There's some NFL crossover for Christmas Day. I kind of like. Paul, Boise first half. Maybe. I would certainly, if you're going to bet Boise, I think that's the way to go there. I kind of lean. I'm more on Penn State, but I'm not going to talk FCS because I think I'm going to have a play on that. I'm not going to talk that game yet at all. You won't get nothing from me. Now, Friday, I'll talk about it. I got to look at some things. Trout. And this is up your alley. What do you think about GRP going after Chernoff every week?
I mean, it makes for good online content.
Yeah.
I saw the 3-letter fired back a little bit chirping today.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. They hashtag circle back. I look forward to hearing about it next week on the Monday show.
I got to get now. It's getting closer to off season. I have to start getting into the drama a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's funny because this Christmas week too is when people are bored at home. People just start going at it.
The only problem is no circle back next week. We're taking the week off of circle back and circles off.
God, damn it.
2 weeks of content.
We're doing 8 shows in the next 2 weeks, and we can't do 1 hour of circle back.
Yes, thank you. What an injustice! I mean, we are the show ponies. We are the workhorses of this damn network. What is going on? We're slave labor. This is a joke. In fact, you know what? You got me fired up. Tyler will answer your question. We'll recap it. We'll call it a show. I'm fired up now. Other shows getting the days off. We got to work New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, day after, the day before. I mean, this is incredible. You want to talk about an injustice? Tyler, we got any Joey pucks tonight? We'll call it.
Unfortunately, there was an early Joey pucks on Winnipeg. The losers in Toronto lost. So that was nice. Let me see what else we got. Stars tonight. Hold on. Let me see the price. Current prices here. Yeah, go Stars tonight. Right around, if you can find minus 165, Tyler, on Dallas tonight. It moved a little bit from the play, but yeah, if you can go Dallas, call it minus 165 and 170 at our friends at FanDuel there. We're on the Stars. Joey Puck's on the Stars tonight. So best price you can find on the Stars.
So quickly, I'm just going to recap. We got action. So if you think we're missing stuff, we got South Florida as a best bet. And what I'm talking about until we talk again on Friday, South Florida is a best bet.
Northern Illinois touchdown 2020.
Wow. Over the total. What a bet.
Over. It's a rough one.
Thursday, we have Rutgers plus 7.5. So it's best bet there. Pittsburgh, we're kind of past. That's all, number. We doing anything for Arkansas State Bowling Green? Because we won't talk again until prior to the Georgia Tech.
I haven't even had almost a second look at that game.
I bet Arkansas State at open. Stupid number. Not available. I don't really care at the current. I'd probably lean Arkansas State, even though statistically they're terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I would lean that way too at 7.5, but they do suck. It's one of those, like, if this was a regular season game, I'd never bet 7.5. But
yeah,
I think Terry and Stewart already. That's a nice pickup for VT.
Yeah, he's out, but I'm hearing the other guys are gonna play, including Fannin for BG.
Yeah, because I think Fannin can still break the record, right? With the bowl game counts towards that all-time FBS record. So
I think they'll try there. Anything else? Oklahoma down to 3 against Navy. You part of this Navy money?
A long time ago. I haven't bet it through all the other, through 6, 5, and 4 though.
Yeah, that's incredible to me. Wow. All right, we'll talk more about that game and others next show. I mean, as soon as I heard that the other shows are taking days off and all this, and I know you're going to say I just took a weekend off, but it really wasn't. I mean, honestly, it would have been easier for me sleeping and work if I hadn't done that trip.
Right, yeah. Well, not a leisure trip.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, it was fun, but I mean, when I did all the driving, and I drove, like, after the game, I drove to Fort Wayne. South Bend to Fort Wayne. After the Ohio State game, I drove to Cincinnati. That was rough. I'm an old man. It was tough on old BP. He's not a night owl like you. Trout, does Ewers transfer or Texas wins the title? I think he's either transferring or going to the NFL. He's not at Texas next year. I would minus 900. He's not at Texas.
Oh yeah, no, I would get like Arch Manning. You paid Arch Manning $10 million. He barely played. Like it's his job next year. If I'm Ewers though, he should stay in college. Like
he's gonna get $4 million is the word
for sure. So I don't know what he's thinking in terms of like I would not go to the pro because he is not.
I've heard these guys are sniffing with him. I don't want him. I want other guys. I don't know if I like Ewers at Notre Dame.
Mikey, the Bryce Underwood gear has already came in, baby. Christmas came early.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. Little. Hey, I don't say I didn't.
What's his number? 10?
19.
19.
And we got Mikey Keene. So.
Oh, you got Mikey Keene?
Yeah,
when did that happen?
Like a couple hours ago. So.
Oh, wow. Congrats, man. That's a good pickup.
I don't hate it. But I don't.
What were you gonna get? I mean, because the heir apparent's right there.
I know. That was the thing. That's why like 3 guys flaked because they're like, I'm gonna compete with this guy. No. So I don't blame him.
Tournament bracket. Yeah, look at him, Milroe. Yeah, I'm hearing Milroe. I would rather Milroe at Notre Dame would be my dream for what they have offensive line and running back next year.
Yeah, that'd be a good.
That would be like 1995 Nebraska Cornhuskers with Tommy Frazier type stuff. I would love that. Future Bryce Hunter.
Can you believe that the Malachi Nelson? That is like,
oh my God, from
USC #1 player, huge deal to Boise, you can't get the job to UTEP.
And I think if I'm UTEP, I wouldn't have taken him honestly. I don't think he can play.
You might be. I mean, at some I guess if you're UTEP,
I sell tickets. I guess tickets.
But I agree with you. I mean.
All right, that's the show. You got any final thoughts?
No. Looks good. But I think we'll be good to go for Friday. We'll have some. I'll have the prop boys lined up for Friday's show and ready to fire on those.
Yep, we'll do that. And then again, we're gonna go early Friday because sometime. We're good for 11 a.m. your time.
Works for me.
All right, 11 a.m. Friday. That'll be the next hit the books. Thank you to Jason who did an unbelievable. I'll tell you what. I don't sugarcoat it. Did a great job, Jason. So kudos to you. Kudos to the chat for showing up. We appreciate you as always. You're the stars of the show. The other star of the show is obviously the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joey Knish. I'm merely Brad Powers. You just watched Hit the Books, part of the Hammer Betting Network, sponsored by FanDuel. See you Friday at 11 a.m.